Don't tell everyone your plan. They won't understand. And even worse, they'll pretend to support you while secretly hoping you fail. That's the world we live in. When you're burning inside with purpose, when you're up at 3 a.m. planning, building, creating, don't expect applause. Keep your mouth shut. Don't tell everyone your plan, because the more you talk, the more energy you waste explaining your vision to people who will never see what you see. Your hunger, your fire, your obsession, it's not theirs, it's yours. And people fear what they don't understand. They'll doubt you, mock you, question you, not because they know better, but because your ambition reminds them of their own weakness. Every time you expose your goals, you invite opinions. And opinions are poison. Keep it silent. Build in the dark. Work in the shadows. Let your success scream so loud one day that they have no choice but to respect you. Silence is not weakness. It's strategy. It's power. And if you're serious about winning, if you're truly hungry for it, you'll learn to protect your energy, your time, and your mission like your life depends on it. Because in reality, it does. Silence protects your vision. Noise invites distraction. Most people don't fail because they lack talent or ability. They fail because they allow too many voices into their mind. When you open your mouth too early, sharing your goals, your ideas, your direction, you create space for doubt, for questions, for unnecessary opinions. And those opinions, those offhanded comments and sarcastic laughs, they get inside you. They don't look like much at first, just small remarks, but they grow. They chip away at your fire. You start second-guessing yourself. You begin to question whether the dream is too big, the goal too unrealistic. Not because it is, but because too many people with small minds convinced you it was. Silence is your shield. It gives you the space to think clearly. It keeps you focused. In silence, you're not seeking validation. You're not asking for permission. You're moving with intent. Quiet, calm, focused. You're not posting about your plans every day for likes. You're not updating the world for approval. You're grinding. You're improving. You're becoming. And that right there is power. The truth is, not everyone wants to see you win. Some smile to your face, but they'd celebrate your failure behind closed doors. And the moment you speak your goals, you awaken the insecurities of those who gave up on theirs. They'll project their fear onto you. They'll dress it up as advice, pretending they care. Are you sure that'll work? What if it fails? I heard someone else tried that and it didn't end well. And if you're not locked in, if you're not mentally unshakable, you'll absorb that doubt. You'll allow their fear to plant roots in your mind. And slowly your confidence cracks. But when you're silent, when you're building behind the scenes, there's no space for that negativity. There's no interference. Just you and the mission. You're not explaining yourself. You're not performing for an audience. You're building something real, something solid, something that can't be torn down by a weak opinion. Silence is also a test of discipline. Anybody can talk. Anybody can make promises. Well, I'm going to start this. I'll be rich in a year. Watch me do this. Talk is cheap. That's why people love it. It's easy. It requires nothing. But silence means you're putting your head down and doing the work. You don't need to say anything because every day your actions are moving you closer to the life you want. And when the results show up, when the world sees the transformation, it won't need an introduction. Your success will speak for itself. Noise, on the other hand, is the enemy of progress. Noise invites drama. It brings in distractions, temptations, opinions, and expectations. When people know your plan, they start watching, waiting, expecting. That pressure alone can break someone. But when they don't know, when you're just a shadow in the background doing your thing, you have the freedom to fail quietly, adjust silently, and rise without interruption. Think about the greats. The real winners don't brag about what they're going to do. They move, they execute, they master their craft in private, and when it's time to reveal, the world can't ignore them. That's what you should aim for, to be undeniable. Not because you talked your way into attention, but because your work forced the world to notice. So if you have a vision, guard it. If you have a dream, protect it. Talk less, work more. Let your actions be the loudest voice in the room. Because when it's all said and done, nobody remembers what you said, you would do. They only remember what you did. Move in silence. Let results make the noise. That's the mindset of a true winner. In today's world, everyone's obsessed with talking, posting every step, bragging about plans, showing off intentions before they've even begun. But the loudest ones rarely last. The ones making all the noise are usually compensating for the lack of real action behind the scenes. Real power, it doesn't need validation. Real ambition, it doesn't need to be announced. It's silent, consistent, relentless. The strongest minds know that energy wasted on proving something too early is energy stolen from the mission itself. When you move in silence, you're not avoiding the world, you're outgrowing its distractions. You're too focused to be flaunting, too obsessed with building to be broadcasting. While others seek approval, you're collecting results. While they chase applause, you chase progress. You don't need to tell people what you're working on because eventually the result will speak so loudly, no explanation will be necessary. People will see the change. They'll see the growth, the success, the elevation, and wonder how it happened. But you'll know it was built in silence, earned in isolation, forged through discipline. There's something powerful about not being seen coming. When you're silent, people underestimate you. They don't expect you to rise. They don't think you're capable. And that's your advantage. Because while they're distracted looking at the loud ones, you're quietly mastering your craft. You're getting stronger, sharper, smarter. You're taking losses in private, learning, adjusting, improving. No pressure, no spotlight, just pure growth. And then out of nowhere, you explode. And the same people who ignored you, who laughed at your silence, will suddenly be asking how you did it. That's the noise you want to make. Not the noise of promises, but the noise of results. When you keep your moves quiet, you stay dangerous. Predictability is weakness. If they know your next step, they can prepare for it. They can interfere. But if you move without warning, without announcements, you maintain control. You remain untouchable. Silence is not hiding. It's preparation. It's focus. It's power being stored, not wasted. Because every time you speak your intentions, you're giving away leverage. You're inviting eyes, expectations, and resistance. But when your circle is tight and your path is silent, you eliminate interference. You give yourself room to breathe, to fail, to grow without judgment. It's also a test of patience. Loud people want instant gratification. They want likes, comments, recognition before they've done anything. Silent people, they want victory. Real, undeniable victory. And they're willing to wait, willing to grind in the dark for months, even years, knowing that when the time comes, their results will echo louder than any words ever could. Let others play the short game of noise. You play the long game of legacy. There's no need to announce your goals to a world that doesn't care. Let your bank account talk. Let your physique talk. Let your discipline, your mindset, your peace, let all of that talk. Results are louder than any speech. They're irrefutable. Nobody can argue with evidence. So while the rest of the world is busy updating their status, you stay busy upgrading your reality.